Hi guys, my name is Zin and welcome back to another episode. Today I'm going to work on this Brazilian rain tree. It's been growing for quite a while now, and as you saw last week that the tree is getting bigger, really wide, and it really doesn't fit in the fish tank anymore. So I'm going to take this back a little bit. I think I did the same thing last year and it worked out pretty well. So yeah, I'm going to do the pruning, just all these long branches. They're so just wide spreading, so I'm going to take it back, and one is to fit in the tank, and two is to get some more branching. So we'll get started. So it's kind of hard to tell where everything is, especially when the leaves are down, due to the lack of light. So I don't know. I think this is as close as it gets. Hopefully you can see stuff. But so I'm going to start with some of the obvious branches. For example, this right here, it's kind of coming towards this side, is overlapping with the one at the bottom. The bottom has a branch coming up here, and then I cut the thing off and it went horizontal, which is fine. But this here kind of doubles up, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to take that off. But before that, I'm going to clean this previous cut up just a bit. And then I'm going to come in here and get rid of this. So yeah, I gotta be careful with the tree because it's had thorns everywhere, and they're quite large thorns. Okay, so that's fine. And then there's a small, tiny branch down here. I don't really need it. It's just too small. It's a bit low as well, so I'll get rid of that. And this branch here, there's a shoot coming over towards this side of the tree, and it's kind of going underneath one of the main branches. So that I'm going to take off. The original branch going that way is fine. And then there's this weird branch here coming off kind of the main trunk / this primary branch. So I'm going to remove that as well. I'll clean this up just a bit. Cuts from before. And these super long shoots at the top, it's not even in the shot. I'm just going to shorten them for now, and I'll do some more a detailed look afterwards, but they're just a bit too long. And right now I'm just taking them back. Okay, there's this one here. There's a tiny small shoot inside here. You probably can't see it, but it's just growing inside the tree. There's the one here too. There we go. I'm glad the tree is growing, in every direction, which means it's healthy. But some of these shoots, just no place for them. I'm going to clean this stuff a bit. So I think, actually, on this side over here, there's this strong branch here, which is kind of below the top here. There's another branch coming out here. I don't think I need both of them, but I'm not 100% sure which one to take off. This branch here is my current leader, this one at the top. I could change that to switch to this branch over here. It's kind of a Y here. So my main one is on the one to my left. And a possible leader could be that one. I'll get some taper from this cut if I do that. This here is a little bit straight, originally I cut the top here, and this branch that's kind of going upwards, it was horizontal before. And what I did was I wired that up because I noticed that nothing was growing up, and if anything kind of grows up from one of the horizontal branches, it would look quite weird because it would create kind of a probably a 90 degrees. So I wired this upwards, and it actually did work. Now it's growing upwards, and then there's a leader coming out here, which is more vertical, and that's what I wanted. But looking at the tree more, you know, this part is quite straight. It's and if I take that off, I could use this one here as my main leader because it has a horizontal growth up here. I want to decide this before I prune the other stuff, because this will determine how high the tree is for now at least, and how much I need to take back for the rest of the branches. But I'm not too sure what to do with this yet. And I think part of the problem is also this branch here. It's quite strong, it's quite straight, and the leaves or the nose where the branches come from, they're always either going to the right or the left of the actual branch, so it doesn't really have that flow line going following this direction. So if I cut the top, if I cut this main leader off and I use the side one for leader, then this will be way too tall. I'll have to cut that back. And if I do cut that back, I'll probably have to cut it back all the way to the first note, and the first note has a leaf or a branch probably going to come from this side, which is going towards you. And it's I don't know, it's not a really good direction. I guess I could, whenever that branch comes out, I could wire that to the side, and that would work. And if I leave the leader here, I would remove probably the bottom branch, I would say, or that one, but both can will work. But I don't like this straight part and that straight part. But at the same time, I'm not 100% sure what to do or what's best to do. Okay, so after looking at the tree a bit more, I think I will go ahead and take this main leader off. It's just a bit too straight, too long with no taper. Even though the tree is more or less straight, it's upright. It doesn't have too much curves, but it has minor subtle twists in the trunk. But that's just how the tree grows, kind of a zigzag pattern. But I don't like that straight section, and then the leader going up here. It's just, I don't know. If I take that off, I think I'm gonna take this to probably this branch, and I'll wire this branch kind of towards this side more, so that it, at least it kind of lines up with the direction of the branch, the original branch. This would be quite a big cut, but I think, this will create a bit of taper here and a bit of movement, and I think that's okay. And then I'll probably take the branch at the bottom here off, this one here, because that's my main leader. I don't really need a branch this close, so I'm going to take this off first. Just taking that off, it makes the tree look a lot cleaner. I'm going to try to take this one off first and see where the tree is afterwards. Yeah, even these two branches here, like this branch, that branch, it's kind of on top of each other. But I'm going to turn this more towards this way. And really, if I do that, I look at the tree, I could keep the top leader and it will be okay. I just think it's a bit long without much taper or movement. It's a tough decision. My mind was made up, and now I look at it after those cuts, it doesn't look bad. You know, I don't have to do it. So if I take that off, you know, that whole thing would be gone, and the tree will be back here, which is okay too. Okay, you know what? For taper, I'm going to do it, and I hope it's the right decision in the future. But you know, it doesn't look bad now. But I think if I take that off and I grow this one, it will look much better in the future. And then this, there's not much I can do about it. This straight 2 nodes, you know, I think it's there to stay because this node is coming towards me. It's way too much to the side. It's coming almost on to the inside of the tree. And I don't even think I can wire that towards the outside. So I have to take this branch and let it go. But you know, hopefully that'll turn out well in the future. But I'm going to take this off. I'll leave a stub. Yeah, I think this is better. Maybe this stub is a bit too big. I'll apply some cut paste just to make sure it doesn't dry out. So yeah, I think this is much better. This line kind of goes up, flows nicely, and then I'll most likely take this as the leader. I'm going to actually take this side shoot off. There we go. So I get this as the main leader, and then that kind of going to the side, which is fine. These side shoots I will reduce a bit. I think this one I could take it back here. It should be okay. There's a branch coming out here, but you know, eventually this will come out towards a weird direction. But I can probably take it off on the first leaf node, which is going to the side, towards the original direction of the branch. So I think that should be okay. Then here, I'll take it back there. This, I'll take it back this. There's a branch here, so that should be okay. Now here, there's a lot of action here. There's this one up here, which is a strong one. There's another, this branch divides into 2. But the division is quite small. It's like, I don't know if it's supposed to be that small, but I imagine it should be wider. So I don't really care for that division because it's going to a weird direction as well. I'm actually going to take this one off. If I can get in there. Let me just clean this up. And I could take it back all the way here actually and taking this branch as a horizontal lower branch. And I think I will. Yeah. I'll leave the top. I'm going to let it grow. I'm not going to touch it for now. This will, I'll probably eventually take one of these branches coming this way more. But I do think the tree looks better. The only problem, the only complaint I have is this branch being super strong. You know, it looks kind of out of place. It's thicker than the leader itself, although I think eventually, you know, the leader will outgrow that branch. But it's sticking out like a sore thumb, you know. It's thicker right now. It doesn't look really proportional. But at the same time, I don't want to cut it back to the first note. Like I said, the direction of the note is just not that good. I don't want to take it off, because if I take it off, that side will be empty. There'll be nothing there. Not to say that other things won't grow in its place, but if I take it off now, it just looks bare. But it really bothers me that this is there. Like, it's so strong. And I think if I take it off, something will grow eventually, and it'll be okay. So I think I'll have to take it off. It bothers me so much. So I'm going to do it. Hopefully this is the right thing to do. But it bothers me way too much for it to be there. Yeah, this is much better. So yeah, the tree has been reduced quite a bit. I'm actually going to take this off too, because these two branches are super close, and these two are kind of on the same level, and I don't really need that. I'll just take the other one. So okay, so I think that's it. The tree has been reduced by quite a bit here. But I do like the new look, or at least where the branch is going, and you know, whatever else is going to grow, I'll just let them grow in. I'm sure over time it'll be okay. So yeah, what do you think? And hopefully the decision I made was correct, was okay. I guess time will tell. We'll let this grow. I'm sure this will get bigger in the summer, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah. Yeah, I like it. You know, couple branches, the leader. It would be nice if there was something going out the other two directions, but for now, I think the tree looks fine. Okay, so yeah, guys, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.